The Viper, Randy Orton, is back, and as a wrestling fan, you can't help but admire the work he puts in as a wrestler, his many accomplishments, and his amazing mind when it comes to different ways he delivers the RKO. But here are 13 things you might not have known about Randy Orton. First, I bet you didn't know that Randy Orton was kicked out of the US Marines. Yep, you heard me right, they gave him the boot. In 1999, a 19-year-old Randy Orton served 38 days in a military prison for going AWOL twice and disobeying an order from a commanding officer under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. In simpler words, he disappeared from camp and went back home without informing any of his superiors. At some point after joining the Marines, Randy realized that he didn't have the courage to die for his country and began seeking an early exit. I mean, I can honestly say that is a hard pill to swallow, to have to die for something or someone. After 83 days, Orton returned in hopes that he would be handed his release papers, but his superior told him to grab a rifle and get back to work. That was the wrong thing to say to Orton. Orton disobeyed the command and was court-martialed and served in military prison before he was sent home. In an episode of WWE Evil, Randy described the 13-week boot camp as utter hell. Coming in at number 12, Randy was a movie star. Randy successfully transitioned his charisma and on-screen presence into the world of cinema. He made his mark in the film industry with roles that capitalize on his commanding presence and intense attitude. Whether portraying a tough military figure or an enigmatic anti-hero, Orton's performance resonates with fans and critics. He brings the same levels of intensity and commitment to his acting roles as he does to his wrestling matches. Moviegoers have witnessed Orton's evolution as he takes on diverse characters, proving that he's not only a powerhouse in the worlds of sport entertainment, but also a formidable force in the realm of entertainment at large. With each film, Randy Orton continues to solidify his status as a multifaceted talent, leaving audiences eager to see what new challenges he'll conquer, both inside and outside the ring. At 11, Randy was known for being a hot-headed person, and he even admitted it, especially when he was younger. He is quick to call people out on social media when he doesn't like something. This led him to having a back-and-forth argument with the rapper Soulja Boy. As you can see from their tweets back and forth, we can say that it got really intense between the two. I would have hated to see them actually meet and see each other. It probably wouldn't have ended so well. Number 10. Orton tried CM Punk's old theme song. I couldn't believe it either. During a SmackDown show in May of 2006, Randy came out to Punk's This Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage, and let me tell you, it didn't sound good at all. It just didn't fit his personality. Number 9. Refused to end the streak. Wait a minute, what? The glory of WrestleMania wouldn't be complete without The Undertaker's legendary undefeated streak, but not everyone knows that the 25-year-old Randy Orton was given the choice to end the streak when Orton faced his greatest challenge in 2005 at WrestleMania 21. But instead of taking the huge win, which would have cut the streak at 12-1, Randy refused the victory. He expressed that he didn't believe he was the right person to end the streak and argued that the streak should never be broken, a sentiment that the WWE Universe would agree with in unison. You see, Randy does have a kind heart. Orton lost, the dead man went 13-0 and continued his winning ways until the streak was eventually conquered in 2014 at WrestleMania 30 at the hands of Brock Lesnar. Now we know Brock wasn't going for losing. Number 8. He's said to have a bad backstage reputation. Yes, reports circulated about his alleged arrogance, instances of showing disrespect to fellow wrestlers, and clashes with management. In his early years, Randy faced accusations of mistreating many wrestlers, including unsettling incidents like allegedly defecating into the gym bag of former diva Rochelle Lowen. Despite his decision to deny ending The Undertaker's streak, Orton's belief in his own hype was so evident that he didn't show up to his rehearsal ahead of WrestleMania 21 match against The Undertaker. One low moment from Randy's career took place in 2007 when he ended up being sent home from a European tour. It's something that WWE would rather have fans forget about. Randy has admitted that he used to have issues with his attitude and temper, which was mainly focused on behind-the-scenes problems. Number 7. Won the WWE title as make good for Brock controversy. The late Bray Wyatt's first WWE Championship victory was a sight to behold. So, to witness Randy capture it just a month later at WrestleMania 33 felt pointless. The Wrestling Observer revealed that WWE wanted to reward Randy with a significant moment after he did a lot of tough work for WWE the prior year. This decision was partially influenced by the challenging scene of watching Randy Orton bloodied and knocked out in the ring at SummerSlam 2016. To Orton's discredit, his reign wasn't anything special, as he would shockingly lose the title just a month later to Jinder Mahal. Number 6. Busted the wellness policy. Randy Orton's early years in WWE are not particularly fond memories for him. Despite his quick ascent in WWE, Orton's struggles with personal demons became notable. His first encounter with the wellness policy occurred in August 2006, following a prior 60-day suspension in April 2006 due to unprofessional behavior. In 2006, he was caught smoking marijuana backstage by Bruce Pritchard, leading to a 30-day suspension for violating WWE's talent wellness program. Subsequently, on May 30, 2012, Orton faced a 60-day suspension for his second violation. At that point, he was just one violation away from potential release. His second suspension for violating the wellness policy served as a wake-up call for Randy. Following this incident, he committed to a positive change in his life. Orton embraced sobriety, attended anger management lessons, and dedicated himself to becoming the family man he's known as today. Number 5. First world title run ended due to immature actions. WWE proudly boasts that Randy is the youngest world champion in history, but they rarely discuss the fact that his original world run title ended very early. Orton became the youngest world heavyweight champion at 24 by defeating Chris Benoit at SummerSlam 2004. However, Randy's reign would last just a month as he'd lose to Triple H in the first ever title defense. Years later, Orton admitted that his immaturity issues played a role, leading WWE to believe he wasn't ready for the responsibility of being champion. Number 4. Confronted Shane McMahon's children. It's true that children at a show can sometimes be horrified by any gruesome in-ring action, but it can be even more terrifying for wrestlers' children witnessing their parent taking a dangerous bump. This was exactly the case with Shane McMahon's sons. The Survivor Series 2016 Men's Raw vs SmackDown match was an all-time classic. But during the bout, Roman Reigns delivered an extremely dangerous spear to Shane, causing him extreme pain. Shane's sons were seated ringside when he took the rough bump that appeared to be a serious injury. Fans at the venue noticed Randy Orton lovingly consoling them by sliding over to the guardrail and reassuring Shane's kid that their dad was okay. Fortunately, Shane did not suffer as severe an injury as it looked, and Orton wanted to offer comfort to his children during that scary moment. Now that was a very heartwarming moment. At number 3, Orton didn't grow up as a wrestling fan. Despite being a third-generation wrestler, Randy Orton revealed that he wasn't initially a fan of the sport until high school. While speaking with the Broken Skull sessions with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Randy shared that there wasn't social media when his father, Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., was active. Due to this, he couldn't watch his father wrestle, and only viewed it as something his dad did for a living. Randy only became a fan when he reached high school, and even wrestled during this time, but he initially did not have enough confidence to follow in his father's footsteps. After leaving the US Marines, Randy contemplated being a professional wrestler, as it was his last career option at the time, after already exhausting all of his other options. Number 2. Stood up for Umaga against Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Backstage drama was far more common for WWE in prior eras, with petty issues coming to the forefront. A backstage row happened between Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Umaga in January 2008, when WWE was on tour of Iraq. Umaga received backstage heat for having the same color tights as Triple H, as both were wearing black. Now this is what you call being petty. Shawn Michaels reportedly threw a huge fit about it, calling out Umaga before Randy Orton stepped in. Orton was the only one to speak up for Umaga, knowing he had more freedom as a top star. I mean, come on, how can you get mad at someone that has the same tights as you? Very weird. This was around the time the locker room started viewing Orton as a leader for standing up against bigger names on their behalf when needed. Number 1. His tattoos caused WWE a lawsuit. Randy Orton possesses captivating tattoos that significantly enhance his appeal, especially those on his shoulders and arms. Tattoo artist Catherine Alexander was the person behind some of the designs inked on Orton's body, working on him throughout the 2000s. But suddenly, Randy's tattoo artist sued WWE in 2018. The issue was when Orton's likeness was used in WWE 2K18, and, as usual, made to look as close to Orton as possible. That meant replicating his tattoos much better than in previous games. That led to Catherine Alexander suing WWE and Take-Two Games, claiming that the artwork was her own. The case is set to go on trial, meaning Orton's ink could be causing WWE some legal headaches. I bet there's a lot of things about Randy Orton that he doesn't talk about. If you didn't know these things about him, then I bet you didn't know the 10 times Seth Rollins humiliated his opponents. There's a time where he came out eating chicken. He's laughing at his opponents' faces. He's making fun of wrestlers' action figures and breaking Roman's head off. There's plenty of times he humiliated people. So, click on this video and check him out.